everyone. It's Tracy Lewin.
And Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Hi there, Peter. So, where are we today? On our world trip?
Well, we're in the land of, what do you call it? The festival, football, the Summer Olympics, the Macarena.
Yes, absolutely. And we're in Brazil.
We're in Brazil.
And you know what, Peter, we've actually, I'm finding these so exciting because I'm learning so much about the country, each country that we review, and not only that, so much about Bitcoin and blockchain activity and innovation and what, you know, how the world is embracing these technologies. It's incredible.
Well, Tracy, firstly, thank you for putting all of this together. This is amazing. But also, I learned a lot from it as well. And you know what makes it even more exciting about our digital economy and about Bitcoin? Because when we go through this, we realize the potential of this is absolutely enormous. And, you know, the best idea you ever had was to go on this around the world Bitcoin trip. And if anybody wants to join us on this, just go to our Facebook page and to our YouTube channel. Go, what's the others we did so far? So far we did India, Philippines, the Netherlands, and those are the ones we did so far, yeah.
Correct, and now Brazil.
And now Brazil. I mean, and we're going to do, we're going to cover the whole world.
Absolutely. So if you have any countries you want us to cover, please drop them in the comments below, and we'll definitely get to them. We've already got a list of countries that we need to cover. So get on that list if you have a country of interest.
I just want to tell the Australians to relax. We have them on the list already.
Oh. Absolutely. So let's talk about Brazil. So how did Brazil get their name? Brazilwood apparently is the reason for the name Brazil, and it's got a red dye which has been mostly replaced by synthetic dye for fabrics, but it's still used in very, very high quality red inks. And did you know that violins and really, really beautiful cabinet work is made by Brazilwood?
No, but you've just taught me something, you know, a very, very, very interesting fact that you have there.
Yeah, and the other thing is, obviously, you know, just like with everything, you know, everything natural, people kind of maybe, I think the natural forests are really taking strain. So international trade of the raw wood is now regulated because they had to make sure in terms of preservation of this beautiful wood and this beautiful tree. So I think that's amazing.
That is absolutely amazing.
So how many Brazilians in Brazil? According to this, there are 209, almost 210 million people in Brazil.
Wow.
And this population is equivalent to 2.83% of the total world population, and they're number 5 on the list.
I was just saying, they must be in the top 5 of the world's most populous countries. So it just shows you.
Yes.
That's no wonder the Brazilian economy has been growing so much in the last few years.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And the other thing is 84% of this population is urban. So everybody's around, you know, not too much in the rural areas.
That's also very interesting.
Yeah. And
that's why we have these big cities like Rio and Sao Paulo and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And median age in Brazil is pretty young at 31 years and 7 months.
Interesting.
Yeah. But those are the age groups that are interested in the digital economy. So, you know, that's really good news.
But it is good news.
So let's just talk about the economy. You know, it's definitely, Brazil has been in the news not only because of the Olympics, but also their president, who was stripped of her presidency on the 31st of August this year.
Well, this is the thing. I think one of the big things in Brazil is corruption. And unfortunately for Brazil now, you know, they had the Football World Cup, and now they had the Olympics. And the cost of these 2 big sporting events are going to come home to roost. I think I told you before, Tracy, we did a study a few years back that said that that after about between 9 and 18 months after the Olympics, a country's currency really takes a serious dive. And one of the things with Brazil is they overspent on the Olympics. I think that the bill eventually came to $12 billion or something for the Olympics. So, all the good news is now out of the economy. So now it's time for the Brazilians to face reality. And, as part of the BRICS countries, they're one of the ones, you can see the economy in 2015 took almost a 4% dive.
Yes.
And the big problem that they have is the commodity prices. And if the Chinese economy doesn't start picking up, commodity prices won't pick up, and Brazil will keep on having a problem. And but this is good news for Bitcoin adoption, because it will mean that people are still going to hedge themselves against potential weakness in the local currency.
Absolutely. And actually, Brazil is the world's 7th largest economy. And as you said, there's got negative growth, so in recession. Yet they actually say that predictions for 2017, the economy should start to recover. They reckon, just under 1%. So we'll have to see.
I think personally, I believe it's all connected to commodity prices.
Interesting, Peter. Okay, let's just look at the currency, the Brazilian real against the dollar. It's definitely since 2014, September 2014 to September 2016, it's definitely taken quite a dive as well. Lost value against the dollar, a low of 29%. To a high of 44% a loss in value.
Unfortunately, this is the problem for the guys. The currency are losing, value all the time, and this is why people are interested in Bitcoin as an alternative investment or hedge against inflation.
Correct.
Against currency devaluation, at least.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about remittances. Obviously remittances are people that are either living in other countries, sending money home to their families, or even internal remittances. But here, the number that's recorded is something like 2.879 billion, which is going back into Brazil from migrant workers. Yeah,
well, that's very, very interesting. Obviously, Brazil is a huge remittance market, and that market is the right market for Bitcoin. I was thinking again, all of these remittance markets are controlled by a few companies at the moment, and they are Western Union, MoneyGram, and companies like that. So there's huge space for Bitcoin to come in and take a slice of that pie, because it's much cheaper to use Bitcoin.
Well, you know what, Peter, in a few slides down the track here, we'll see some companies that are getting into the space. Also, we saw in India as well, there's the companies that are actually definitely going to make a dent in this whole remittance market, but it's massive. And also, not only that, at least more money would get back to the people who deserve it, rather than profits in a company just moving the money across.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Okay, so there was a note about the government transfers. They say that if they need to transfer any money, 88% of government transfers goes into a person's account, yet only 51% of adults actually have a bank account. So there's a huge unbanked market as well in Brazil.
So I wonder how other people get their money. They're probably family sharing accounts and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you never know. They might need to go into a place to collect cash, because that's another way of getting your money from the government.
That's true.
Yeah.
The government obviously not entirely happy with, because that's a target for crime.
Yeah.
And bank robbery and stuff like that.
And also for the people, their safety, going into standing queues and collect their cash.
Yeah, and people, this happens a lot. We've seen this many times in third world countries. As people collect their cash, and then on their way home from just collecting the cash, they get robbed for months.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's talk about Brazil and the digital economy, which we are incredibly excited about. Internet has a penetration of about 50%, 57%, but it is definitely the second most expensive in the world. That's not cool.
It's not cool at all, and something they need to work on, because that goes holding them back in the terms, especially of the new economy.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's going to be some billionaire entrepreneur that's going to try and get free internet through to the people, because we've seen that in fact, in India at the moment, that's exactly what someone's doing, making sure that people can get onto the internet in the most rural areas.
Well, I think also one of the parties that will push for cheaper internet at least are the mobile phones providers, because they want to sell more smartphones.
Exactly. So let's talk about
smartphone. You need internet.
Yeah. So let's talk about internet users, mobile internet users. It says yeah, more than 90% of mobile internet users in Brazil are ages 34 and younger, and these are the people that have the smartphones. Yeah, you were just saying something about smartphones earlier on, Peter.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the smartphone companies will push for cheaper internet, because when you have a smartphone, you need internet, and you know, and so internet prices will definitely go down as smartphone adoption grows.
Yes, number of people who use the internet via mobile phone, over 83 million monthly in 2016.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making. And that will increase, you know, and the way they use it will increase as well.
Yeah.
It will make internet cheaper. So.
Yeah. More easily accessible. Excellent. Okay, so in terms of Bitcoin adoption, there's a lot of activity going on in Brazil. The first ATM has just been opened and in Sao Paulo. So it's a company called Bitvale. Also, it says that the total value of Bitcoin trading amongst digital currency exchanges in Brazil surpassed the gold spot trading on the Brazilian Securities, Commodities and Futures Exchange during the first half of 2016. I mean, how is that?
That's a good headline for you, Tracy. Bitcoin is now bigger than gold in Brazil.
Yeah, definitely. Time to do a creative. So, I mean, that's incredible. South America's biggest stock exchange operator has joined the R3 Distributed Ledger Consortium. You know, there's a whole group of these companies that have got together to really, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, talk about blockchain initiatives and innovation, and you know, just sort of collaborate on that. So that's a good thing.
That's excellent.
Then there's a company called PegPop, and it's a point-of-sale software, and they say that it's one of the most successful startups to have come out of Rio. There was some involvement with a company in New York, and also another company called Snapcard, and they send Bitcoin payments worldwide. Well, these two companies have partnered up, and they have enabled more than 12,000 merchants in Brazil to accept Bitcoin payments. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, I like the word Snapcard. It's catchy.
Yeah, it is catchy. But
this is actually incredible. And you know, it is just the start. It is just the start, the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. But this is amazing. And
because if you think about it, 12,000 merchants is a huge number of merchants.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Also, you know, if you're in a country the size of Brazil, that's also just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. But the good thing is, I mean, 12,000, you know, can definitely grow, and that's an incredible start.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Bitwage. In August 2016, Brazilian contractors and freelancers can invoice in various countries, dollar, euro, Canadian dollar, Australian dollars, Swiss franc, pound, without requiring their clients to sign up. So this is really excellent.
This is excellent. I mean, and I mean, this is the new way. Bitcoin is expanding all over the world, and the whole concept of receiving your wages in Bitcoin is just a growing idea.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And actually, one of their quotes was, by leveraging the blockchain, we have typically seen transfer speeds into local Brazilian bank accounts the next day, with workers receiving up to 10% more money compared to exchange rates on bank wires. So that's great.
Now, try to think of this. This is only 10% on exchanges through bank wires. So can you imagine what the exchange rate and fees are if you're sending cash?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that remittances number. Remittances are mostly in cash.
Correct.
So this is crazy, because that would mean that the remittance could cost you anywhere between 10 to 20%. So you're sending $100 to your poor mother back in Brazil, and she receives 80. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And if they used Bitcoin, they would probably receive 99.
Absolutely. So it's going to go a long way to eradicate poverty, because, I mean, $20 is a huge amount. Let's take that example.
Well, if you take that over the board of all the remittances done, and you deduct just 10% of it, that's $297 billion a year.
Yeah, incredible. Wow. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin exchanges and over-the-counter platforms. Of course, let's just talk here about local Bitcoins. I mean, connecting buyers and sellers. They're just about in every country except Russia at this point in time, just being closed off there. But certainly going very well in Brazil, it seems. Then there's two other exchanges, one called Mercado Bitcoin and the other one Bitcoin to You. But there's a statement from a company called Foxbit, and they say that they see about 310 Bitcoins traded on their exchange every single day, and they say that this is a figure that accounts for about 55% of the market.
So the market is still very, very small, because that means there's 600 Bitcoins a day trading in Brazil.
Yeah, definitely, and also they've also just acquired BitInvest, which is a payment processor. So there's a lot of exciting things happening in Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really exciting. And when I look at these figures, I just realized that amazing growth potential that's locked up in Bitcoin is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, incredible. Okay, so let's make some assumptions here. Firstly, the assumption from Spain's largest bank, Banco Santander, what they quoted on their website or on this report: we believe that the question in this report's title will eventually be answered with a resounding yes to Bitcoin. This suggests that one day we must be ready to face the potential challenges and opportunities we describe in this report for the banks and financial services companies we cover. So really, absolutely yes to Bitcoin. And going through this presentation, Peter, we can only say that Brazil is ready for a Bitcoin explosion.
It's ready for a Bitcoin explosion, and this is so exciting. And if you're really sitting there and you're wondering if Bitcoin prices are going to go up, the information that we're providing you long term here is people are going to look back and say, you know what, I wish that in 2016 I bought Bitcoin for $600.
Yeah.
I wish that in 2016 I bought Bitcoin for $800. That is what people are going to say, because it's going to be a fraction of what this price is going to be if these countries and people really started off to Bitcoin.
And absolutely, Peter. I mean, and we cover the news every single week, and all we see is such excitement and innovation, and companies, countries are gearing themselves up for all the change that's going to happen. It's going to just really explode.
Absolutely. And now what we've got to do is take part in this explosion is firstly educate yourself. So get yourself onto our Facebook page, press that like button, that's the one with a little thumbs up, and follow us there. Go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, and follow our blog, get onto our mailing list, and last of all, please leave a comment below this video so that we can hear what you think. Do you think Brazil is ready for a Bitcoin explosion, yes or no?
Well, definitely, in my opinion, and exciting place to watch. So I'm sure we're going to.
What we say is Brazil has the Bitcoin X factor and gets proof back, yes.
Brazil has absolutely. So exciting country to watch. If you are Brazilian, we'd love to hear from you, and tell us your experience. We'd really like that. So, yeah. Get onto our Facebook page and our YouTube channel and educate yourself. So thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Tracy. Job well done.
Thanks. Cheers then.
Bye.